Hi, welcome to Supercharged Fridays. Oh, wait, the angle's a bit off. Hello, how are you doing? Catching me live? If you're catching me live, jump into the comments and say hello. Give me an emoji, whatever emoji you feel like. Maybe an emoji to describe how the week has been. If this has been a great week, use the thumbs up, meh, MEH, that emoji, or thumbs down, whatever you want. How you doing? If we haven't met before, hello, my name is Sonal Behel. I am a job search and career coach. And essentially, what I do is help those who are in transition to land an amazing job, amazing career, and at a very, very attractive salary and offer all of that good stuff we do. I do one on one, I do this with digital courses online. And by the way, next week I'm launching a group coaching program and I'm going to be doing a live masterclass to introduce not just the program, but also talk about all the things that I have learned about job search in all these years. Some good things, some mistakes I've made, all of that stuff. So if that is of interest, you should definitely sign up. So the link, if you haven't seen it already, if you haven't subscribed to my newsletter, and if you don't follow me on LinkedIn, then you may have missed the announcement. So I'm going to just let you know. You go to you go to my link, superchargeyourself.com/job search training. If you've been following me along, hopefully you know that whatever I share from the heart. No fluff, no spammy stuff. I focus on value. So, okay, I have a problem. My dog is here. She was not supposed to be here. This is an issue. Anyway, how are you guys doing? I can see some comments coming in. Bonjour. Thank you for tuning in. I hear you, Ediana, about the. Just give me a second. I'm gonna mute so that I can let my family know that the dog she's not supposed to be here because there's a lot of things here that are dangerous. This is what happens with live. When things are live, this is what happens. Give me a moment. Give me a moment and I shall be right back. While you're waiting, if you haven't already, go and enlist in this free masterclass on job search. It is going to be on the 13th of April. So just give me a sec and I will be okay. Thank you for your patience. We had a little dog problem, a puppy problem, but everything's fine. What did I miss? Hi, guys. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for being here. Hopefully, that was a bit amusing to have a puppy interruption. Bonjour. Who are you, LinkedIn user? Please identify yourself so I can call your name out. Hi, guys. Thank you for tuning in. Hi, Nimish. Uh, I did not know about your initiative. Yay, fabulous. I'm glad you're here. Hey, Kevin. How are you? Thank you. Sydney with a Y. Sydney with a Y. Yeah, she's very, very, very naughty. She's a pup. If you guys were not around last week, I had an amazing session. We went on for like almost an hour. And we were talking to Kevin D. Turner, whose comment is right here. And we were talking about amazing job search related features on LinkedIn, which aren't always visible to the naked eye. So if you are watching me on YouTube, or even if you're watching me on LinkedIn, go to my previous video on YouTube. I was live on the 31st of March, and you will catch that one as well. All right. Thank you for being here. Good morning, good afternoon. You weren't late, you're just on time. Wow. Yes, please follow with a picture. Hi, Ashish. Hi, James. Hi. You got a question. Let's get into it. How about we get into a contract partnership? How can I get in a contract partnership with companies in the US, UK, and Germany? James, could you be a bit more specific? Are you speaking about employment contract? And where are you currently located? I think that matters. Are you in Europe? Um, are you in any of the Americas? I don't know. I'm just curious. Let me know those two so I can, you know, I think customize my answer accordingly. If you're still watching me, just make sure you comment from there. All right. From Bangalore. I'm sorry, Ira, I cannot do Bengaluru. Hi guys, is everything visible? Is there an error? 404? No, that's not good. That's a bit scary. Hopefully everything is okay. Hi, LinkedIn user, identify yourself so I can call your name out. How do you back out of a signed job contract after accepting it before starting if you have second thoughts? Ooh, very tricky. Very good question. So there's two parts to the answer. The first part you're not going to like. And the second part, we'll get into what's the best way, because now it's about damage control. What's done is done, right? Now, the first part, which I said you're not going to like, basically, you have to be very careful before you sign a contract. Never, ever sign a contract in a hurry. This is exactly the reason why you never sign a contract in a hurry. What if you later change your mind? It's okay to ask for more time, but do not get pressured when people say that you have to sign and you have to sign now. Don't do that. Okay. Now, how do you get out of it? It is a damage control at this point of time, and you have to salvage whatever reputation you can. And just remember, I think it's very difficult that you're going to get out of it without pissing them off. Okay. The news they're not going to like. So it's not going to be about that, because just let's be clear, they're not going to like it. What you can control is how you approach it. Okay, if you let them down gently, or are you just going to give a clean cut and then you're out and you never see them again? That is what I mean by damage control. Don't do that, right? So ensure that you come from a place of empathy and ensure that you apologize. I think you should apologize. If you have made a signed contract and you changed your mind, you owe an explanation to the other party. This is me, right? I don't believe in like do what you want, be yourself, freedom, passion, please. Okay. They took a long time to find you. I have been on the recruiting side. I know how hard it is. However, if something doesn't feel right to you, it's okay. You can still leave. It's not a big deal. But the sooner you do it, the better. If you do it the day of your start or you do it the day before your start, I think then the damage is even bigger. So you just want to be coming from that place of apologizing and saying that there are some factors that you had not considered. And now that you have unfortunately come to the conclusion that this will not be the right partnership. This will not be the right, opportunity for you. And you are sincerely, sorry for the inconvenience. And it's okay. You don't have to be best friends with them. There is a good chance you will never see them again. That's okay. And then leave it. Okay. If you can, I would highly recommend getting on the phone and telling them this. I've had a few people do that. Something big happened. I remember we had a guy, we interviewed him, and the role required a huge amount of international, transatlantic travel, intercontinental travel. And I remember a few weeks before joining, he called up and said that he had just found out his wife is expecting twins. And he's like, there's no way I'll be able to do that, particularly in the first few months, because I can't leave my wife alone. So you know what? We understood that. So you have to have a very good reason, okay, why you're having second thoughts. You don't have to share everything. You don't have to be 100% transparent, but I think the other side deserves an explanation. All right, good luck. All right, how you guys doing? Everything good? Can you put the link here? Yeah. So the live training that I will be doing next week on job search, which, like I'm saying, it's all about the lessons I've learned looking for job opportunities in South America, in India, and in Europe, where I've got fantastic opportunities without a work permit. I'm going to be sharing that it's going to be about 45 minutes masterclass. Do keep in mind that I'm also going to be introducing a group coaching program that I'm super duper excited about. I'm working really, really hard on. And that's going to be approximately 8 or 9 weeks group coaching program. So I'm going to be talking about that as well. If that is something you're interested in, you should definitely sign up when you come to my masterclass. If that is something you do not want to do, that's okay. No hard feelings. I still want you to walk away with value that you can take and apply in your own career when you come to the group coaching, when you come to the live masterclass. All right. Let us get into, I'm just going to check if I missed any other questions. Okay. Namaskar. Namaste, Jeff. How are you? We have Nairobi in the house. I love it. All right. Let's look for appropriate sort of questions and comments which are related to our topic today. Hi, Sonal. So how can we get a contract? Okay, I think I already, companies, contract partnership. James, I'm sorry, I do not understand the question. How do you get a job if you want to work particularly in the UK, US, and Germany, right? So check, if this is what your question is, I have two resources for you. The first one is check out a live broadcast I did. You're going to have to go far back in the library in my YouTube channel go under live. And I did a live session with an international recruiter called Tina Pereira, and we talked about how do you get a job abroad? How do you attract the attention of recruiters when you want to get a job abroad? Check that out. It'll be November 2021. Okay. The second is the playlist on my YouTube channel, How to Get a Good Job Fast. If that is your question, I'm thinking, because contract partnership, I don't quite follow, because we say normally it's an employment contract. Partnership sounds like, like you're selling them something, like you're a vendor. So just making sure that I have followed. Okay. Hi, Deepak. Wow, very famous name you have. Let me guess, you do amazing yoga every morning and you're in great shape, but I'm guessing you're not 75. How do you go about searching for relevant jobs in Canada? All right, Deepak. So I just answered something earlier for James. Hopefully that helps you as well. Hi, Adam. How are you doing? Yes, kids, pets, doorbell. Oh, yeah. This is real life, right? There is no, yeah, there's no escaping that. Yes. Okay. Thank you, James. Jeff, sorry, Rashid. So you're probably appearing as LinkedIn user, and Jeff is helping you out in terms of how to go about making sure your profile is visible. Is it easy to switch roles during a recession? It's not easy, but it's possible. Yes, it's possible. I'm not going to say it's easy. I'm not sure it's ever really easy because it has to make sense for you. It may be simple or it may be easy, but maybe not both. But particularly we're thinking around recession, we have to be careful on both sides. Companies have to be careful and candidates have to be careful because it's a commitment. Okay. Thank you, James, for breaking it down. Employment contract. Okay. We are specialists. I'm in the Netherlands and I work for a Polish IT company. We are specialists in staff augmentation. And you got an idea of how my company could approach this type of business. Not quite sure how I'm the right person to help you out here. You're telling me about your business, right, James? So if you're looking at how to get employment contract, so are you talking, I'm guessing from an individual point of view, right? So hopefully when I answered earlier, it was about how do you get it individually. When it comes to getting more business in those countries that you're talking about, you need sales. Definitely you need sales and BD specialists in when it comes to business, but really not my area of expertise. So I'm not sure I'm going to be super helpful here. Hi, Zarna. I have been applying for jobs after 11-year break and I keep getting rejection. I don't have industry connections. I'm sorry, Zarna, that you're going through this. I completely understand what you're going through. Really, I do. Make sure the very first thing you do is you understand and you get a bit of clarity. If you can hire a coach, right? Hopefully just find a way to get a coach. You can even get pro bono coaches out there who are in the process of getting certifications if you can't afford to hire a coach. And figure out a bit more clarity, which means you get a good idea of what you're strong at and what you like to do. And you get, that combined with the third, which is what are the opportunities out there? And how can you showcase the skills that you have that are directly transferable and translate to the positions that are currently vacant? It's not going to be easy because you're going to have to show that in these 11 years, you're still, alert, you're active, you know everything that's going on. not everything, obviously, but in your area of expertise, right? So you want to make sure you upgraded all of that. I have a lot of free resources on my YouTube channel, and I have a particular video which talks about career pause, and I even have answers, actual scripts that you can use so you answer confidently and you feel good about it, right? You don't feel like, you know, you don't feel like you're rejecting yourself before you were rejected by someone else. So good luck with that. All right. Okay. We shall move on. James, I wish you the very best. Okay. Let me see. I have used tricks to negotiate salary from your YouTube videos. They're not really tricks, dude. Thank you. They're not really tricks. They are really like tips and strategies. Tricks feels a bit, yeah, I know what you mean, but tricks feels a bit like manipulative. But yeah, during your final HR round, after agreeing to all the points, the company put the offer on hold. They are saying that I'm asking more, keeping in mind current market conditions. They've put the position on hold because you asked for more. I'm sorry. That's, yeah, anything is possible. I can share all of the, the roadmap and the playbook, but at the end of the day, it comes down to what they want. And it's rarely, it's rarely what meets, like, it's rarely what it seems. So watch out, because when it comes to money and when money exchanges hands, we really find out more about people, and people tend to show their true colors. So if a company is showing you true colors, let them. Let them. And decide if this is the company you want to work in or not. Okay? I don't want you to come from a place of like, but I have to take it, there's nothing else in hand. I understand that. But just make sure you, if you're signing the offer, that you sign with open eyes. And if they're not sure, then, you can, if you still want to work with them, then you can go back and say that you're okay with whatever they're offering. You just have to be careful that, when you're negotiating reasonably. And if you're asking for double or triple, you have to explain why you deserve more. It can't just be a random number, right? So I follow that. Okay. Yeah, thank you, Ashish. Yeah, I don't like people who sort of, um, you know, cheat or say this is something and then something else happens. That, yeah, I've always been upfront about these things. And I think that's the way it should be. It should be honest, right? At the end of the day, I'm here, I'm working, I have a job, I'm taking care of my family, got bills to pay. There's nothing wrong with it. But there are people out there who have come and tried to shame, this is not right. Like, why, how can you charge for this? Dude, you go to a doctor, you go to a dentist, you go to a contractor for your house. It's a job, and honestly, it helps you to earn more and be more confident about yourself. I think it's the best return on investment you can have, which is you hire a good coach. So that's why I prefer to be upfront about these things. But it's not for everyone, and that's okay. Hi, Ameya. I am not sure if you see the YouTube comments. I can see the YouTube comments. If you have a specific question, feel free to share them here. So James says, I'm a head of business development and we are open to partnership, but it's difficult to find companies who want to work with third-party companies. I understand, James, not the best person to help you out here. I think it's a good thing to maybe, in terms of your staffing, look at people who have a good idea of business development and sales across geographies, particularly in the geographies you're interested in. That is where I would come from. Like, that's the first place I would think of. But again, not something that I'm good at or known for. The recession effect in negotiation. Jeffin, what's your question? Let me know what's your question. Hi, Saurabh. Is it a good or bad idea to join a startup? At this time, considering recession and inflation, I'm okay with my current company, but the startup is giving me a good hike. Yeah, Saurabh, there is always a risk. You join a big company, there's a risk. You can get offloaded anytime. If you join a startup, there is a risk everywhere. I think you just weigh your odds, weigh your options, and look at the health of the company. What is the kind of funding they have? And, there were a lot of startups in 2021 who hired like crazy, and then they ended up downsizing in 2023 because they realized they went over. So you never know. But I would go for a company that's conservative, that is, making profit, but investing its profit again and again, where you don't see the founders like living a crazy lavish lifestyle. There are some very good practical founders out there, who are in a very solid business and have very good, particularly like SaaS companies. There's very strong ARR, MRR, yeah, monthly rate of return, annual rate of return, and they're very healthy. So that's a great place to be in, depending on your appetite for risk. And also the fact that you're going to be wearing multiple hats. That's what you do when you're in a startup. If you don't like wearing multiple hats, you want to do one thing and one thing really well, do not join a startup. That's not for you. Hopefully that gives you a little bit to think about. Hi, Monali. Which economies around the world do you see more secure from a job perspective within the pharma roles? India versus Europe. Can't really say, Manali. That's a very specific question. I don't have that perspective. I think it comes down to doing a lot more research. And because pharma is a big sector, within pharma, which sector? Is it vaccines? Is it biotech? All of that stuff, right? You have to check that out. And you also see which are the sunrise industries right now. Untapped, lots of growth potential. It comes down to doing your homework. And one of the best ways to do your homework is have exploratory conversations with people in these sectors that you're interested in and the regions that you're interested in. That will give you an idea. From a QA, QC perspective, I get that. Can't say that. It's not like I don't specialize. Okay, I can tell you something about this particular industry. This is not the place to, where I don't have that skill set to talk about that. But hopefully you have a certain approach on how you want to get started, and look at where the growth is. Also look at their balance sheets, look at their financial reports annually, see where you're easily going to be able to draw that. As long as the revenues are going up and costs are going down, those two, you should be good. Hi, Ina. I'm sorry I don't see a full question here. I'm going to sort of go a bit quickly. If I change my job within 3 months of an internship, will it impact badly? No, not really. Internships are okay. I think internships are all about experimentation. You just have to be careful that when you change, you have a reason, right? As far as possible, it should be something valid, and it shouldn't be coming across that you're a whimsical, changed your mind last minute, flighty, not sure of herself. You don't want to come across like that. That's what I would do. Manali, good luck. Good luck with everything. Akash, do you have any suggestions on the 90-day notice period when you are applying for a job? I get this question, I think, Akash, every week. I don't have any suggestions. In Europe, most countries have a 13-week notice period, which is similar to the 90 days you're talking about. Remember, like with everything, things are negotiable. Now, to some extent, you should be able to negotiate. And if you are already, checked out, not just mentally, but also if you've signed somewhere, most companies they understand that you don't want to be around. So you have to, ensure that they'll have continuity. You don't want to be that person who just disappears, and you don't want to leave with a bad taste in your mouth, because people remember that. You don't want to have that, leave that reputation, right? So you just have to show them that there is going to be continuity. Someone is going to be there to take care of things when you're gone. What are the systems and processes in place? I talk about that weekly. So hopefully that helps you. Thank you for being here, Jeff. All the best. Have a great breakfast. Good luck, Arvind, with your looking for deals and spices. I wish you the best. Okie do. Hi from AU. Is that Australia or is that Austria? I'm not quite sure. Hi, Himani. I followed your tips on negotiation and collaborative mindset. I think it went very well. Yay, that's fantastic. Have you seen job offers being rescinded due to negotiation? Very rarely. Very rarely. I did a whole video on negotiation a couple of months ago. Himani, check that out on my YouTube channel. It's rare, but it can happen. Very, very rare. So you just want to play your cards right. All right, Arvind, thank you for your message, but it's becoming spammy now. So I'm going to have to put you on timeout. Hi, Salim. I haven't got a decent hike after a year. I understand. I don't think you're the only one, Salim. I think if the economy is in a bit of a tough situation, it must be happening with lots of people. You can always ask and you can always find out what you have to do, but we should never take it for granted that we're going to get a salary hike every single year. I don't know. It depends. If your company is very, very, very profitable and you're still wondering why it didn't happen, I get that. Then you can ask. But it's it's not it's not permanent, right? It's usually temporary. How do you decide between offers? You have watched my video where I talk about 7 or 8 factors on how you decide between. I signed an agreement, but I have some concerns regarding the company that I did not have before. I don't feel comfortable giving you advice here because I'm not in your situation. If I tell you, go ahead and terminate, I don't know the full context of things. I'm not really concerned about pissing people off. How do you proceed? I don't know. I guess you just have to give them a call. And I would be concerned about pissing people off. My dear, I mean, the world is very, very small. People remember these things. But if your question is more procedural, I would say give them a phone call and send them an email, put it in writing, and sign it, right? And like I said, it would be better if you come from a place of empathy. You don't have to if you don't want to. You can just say, I'm no longer going to be here. But some things you had some concerns. I don't know. It depends on how transparent you want to be. It's up to you. The more transparent you are, the more you open that can of worms, the more you better be prepared for what's going to come. Hi, Antonio. I love your channel. Thank you. Thank you. I'm happy you're here. I appreciate your support. All right. AU is Australia. Fantastic. Thank you for being here, guys. I hope this has been helpful. If you have any other further questions, I'm going to be here maybe another 30 seconds. Feel free to ask. And in the meantime, remember what I said already. If you are actively job searching and you are getting stuck, check out my free live training that I will be conducting on the 13th of April, next week, Wednesday, 13th of April. I don't know, Wednesday or Thursday. I think Thursday. And I'm gonna share my favorite tricks, tips. No, not tricks. Be careful. Strategies that helped me with job searching and also mistakes I've made over the better part of 2 decades. And yeah, I'm going to be launching a group coaching program next week, and I'll talk about this in this live masterclass. But even if you don't join the group coaching program, I want you to walk away with lots of value that you can apply immediately in your own career. So thank you for being here. Thank you, Premlata. You're enjoying open office hours. I appreciate it. Last question. Sushant, hi. Last question. My current organization has 3 months notice period. At the time of joining, the notice period was 2 months. Okay, that's a good question. Sushant, you need to check what was written in the employment contract. When you signed, if the contract said that your notice period is 2 months, then it's 2 months normally. Normally it's 2 months, okay? Not if they made a change, I get that. But normally what is in the contract is the thing that holds water. But you need to speak about this with your HR person. I don't know. There's no other way to address that. All right. Thank you guys for being here. Don't forget my live masterclass. The link is right here. superchargeyourself.com/job search training. I shall see you hopefully, if not on Thursday, on the 13th of April for the live masterclass. If not, then I shall see you next Friday at the same time on Supercharge Fridays. Have a lovely Friday and weekend.